We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, what I feel.
Hello, and welcome back, Mom and Dad Meet World viewers. So we are up at a place in Bellevue, Washington called STK. Yes, I know there are many other locations, but we are at the one in Bellevue, Washington. And here you see we had a 3.3 pound Australian tomahawk steak. And even just in editing this video, my mouth was already watering. Here is the lobster mac and cheese with truffle butter. They just sat down, the thick cut steak fries. And what you don't see here, this is actually the mashed potatoes. They put a layer of breadcrumbs on it and then they had broiled it in the oven. But what you don't see here, but we'll get a closer look later, are the Brussels sprouts. They were absolutely delicious. And they had bits of pork belly in them. And what they had done here, which is what you're going to see, is on that tomahawk steak is actually a Wagyu butter. And yes, they are absolutely melting that butter with a hand torch. And they will do the very same thing with the truffle butter, as you will see that here very shortly. But I will pause on the commentary and come back as needed, but just enjoy this video. Yes, the food was absolutely delicious from the very beginning of the video. Yes, this was an absolute splurge, but boy, you do this once a year. It was absolutely worth it, and it was so good.
Let us detonate tonight.
As we were dishing out the lobster mac and cheese, there were some just gigantic chunks of lobster claw in here. And boy, it was so good. As you've heard before, along with that mashed potato, and then we are going to get into grabbing some of the steak. So just grab a slice of steak and just slicing it up. So good. Cooked between a medium and medium rare. This steak was just like butter, like you see the Wagyu butter right there. This steak was just absolute butter, cut perfectly right through. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, except you've got to try it for yourself. One of the other things they also do have is the bread. Yes, they put butter on this bread and they do torch the butter table side, but this bread was absolutely amazing. They had brought it out in a cast iron skillet, and so good. So what you're going to see here are the Brussels sprouts. Yes, even if you didn't like Brussels sprouts, you would like these Brussels sprouts. They were not only sweet, but they were savory. When you got the little bits of pork belly, so good. Did I mention it was good? Yeah, it was that good. Come try it for yourself. we were not going to leave anything here, even grabbing all the meat off the bone. Whatever we had left here, we had taken in a to-go box because, well, it was just not worth leaving any bit of this behind. It was amazing. So to finish off the meal, we had this, or you know what, should I say I had this. This was their chocolate cake. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a strawberry drizzle on there, but I hardly even tasted the strawberry, but this cake was super moist. It tasted just like a cheesecake. Reminds me of a really, really good chocolate cheesecake. It was phenomenal, and great way to finish off the meal. Super rich, super delicious, and yeah, it got completely finished and demolished. There were no leftovers for this thing, and yeah, definitely worth a try. Come to STK, whatever location you may choose. Again, we were at the one in Bellevue, Washington, and highly recommend it. Even if you go once a year or once every few years, this was worth the stop. And if you did like what you saw here, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.